Hello, welcome back to the Tom Mason YouTube show. Currently, as you can tell, I've got a brand new microphone. Well, not brand new, but new to this setup. What I mean is that I've never really used this mic before on the main channel. Really, I use them with a Doctor Who documentary. I've also realised that the camera lens needs to be the wide lens, so the next review I will fix all this. And hopefully you enjoyed the intro that I showed in my last video. So, today I'm reviewing the brand new Doctor Who special, The Star Beast. The first in 3 David Tennant and Catherine Tate 60th anniversary specials. This is a look back and a look forward. This look back is at the 15 years of the Doctor and Donna. So this is New Who look back, rather than the 50th being Classic Who and Time Warp look back. So, let's get down to business. I'm not going to sing any song from Disney's Mulan right there. So, the episode, I'm going to tell you my brief review, then go into detail. So, briefly, the episode. I'm going to come close just to make this interesting. It was incredible. Out of this world, right? There you go. That's all you get from me. Out of this world. But why do I say it's out of this world? Well, you'll have to wait and see. What you're about to see is completely riddled with spoilers. If riddled is the correct word to use. I am a day late to this review. I do apologise. I wasn't available on the date of transmission, air date, broadcast. I was absolutely gutted. So today, Sunday the 26th of November, Junior Eurovision aired today, so there'll be a whole video on Eurovision World, talking about Junior Eurovision 2023 with my thoughts and opinions. I did want to make a topical reference to the date in the world of TV and entertainment. And so I watched Doctor Who 60th Anniversary Special Number 1, The Star Beast. Or this title's called The Star Beast Review because Adam Marty, who I previously interviewed, mentioned didn't mention it, but it was a review of his house, just called it The Star Beast Review. So that's fine. As well as along with The Star Beast, we also had Doctor Who Unleashed, which I've not seen yet because I'm doing the review first. Then we had a brand new, completely separate behind-the-scenes footage from the Doctor Who YouTube channel, along with the visual version of the podcast, the official Doctor Who podcast, and the Doctor Who commentaries, the Invision commentaries on the BBC iPlayer. I am in the middle watching the Star Beast 1. It's because I was watching something else first, before I filmed this review. Because I was watching the episode with my family, and we were watching something else after. And so, in the break between, I started it, so I had it set up on the iPad. So I've not seen much of the Invision commentaries. But what I do know from the Star Beast commentaries is they're watching the unreleased version. What I mean by that is that it's a version where it's sent out to the press early on because it's not ready for transmission, but it's ready enough for someone to watch it and give a fair review of the episode overall. Sorry if my mic is too low down. I am trying to learn the height of the mic whilst at the same time AI in the audio double check to make sure the mic's the best quality possible. Thank you to Adobe for making that feature available. Not sponsored, nor will it ever be. So, firstly, I thought this episode was out of this world incredible. I am going to say this, and not many people will say this, but I reckon it's the start of a fantastic era of Russell T. Davies. I know that Ncuti Gatwa watched the episode transmit air. Even though he's not in the episode itself, he is going to be soon. So, I'm just amazed he's watched it. Overall, I think Miriam Margolyes's Beat the Meat is funny, hilarious, evil, menacing, and just all round the best thing you can ever wish for. The Wrath, I think they're called. They were a good villain / non-villain, personally, because I don't know how to word this correctly. In essence, they were good, but also incredible. And I've read the comic. I'm just really wanting to listen to the adaptation they did for Big Finish. I'm yet to listen to that. So I was a little bit gutted that they didn't use the Beat the Meat song that a lot of people know of. So I'm a little bit gutted they didn't use that at the end credits. But I did enjoy the end credits because they were proper credits. They were film style credits. They were the credits that you used to have instead of having the continuity announcement. And you can join us next week for more episodes of Doctor Who. And so we have the wonderful credits, and you can see every single visual artist that was involved in it. And the Disney logo at the very end. Didn't expect to see it, but it's there. It's beautiful, right? I want it over and out for that, right? With my eyes on you lot. So, personally, I love this episode. Favourite moments? Favourite bit? Favourite segment? Okay. Favourite moment? Any moment that includes the Doctor, Donna, Sylvia. Right? See? I remembered her name. I all this week I've been thinking, what's her name? And then I remembered it's Sylvia. We have Donna's husband that really escaped my mind. And we have brand new character, Rose. Now, they're the best scenes because Beep in them, Beep the Meat, is incredible, right? Because it's funny, because Catherine Tate does comedy. I don't think Yasmin Finney does comedy per se. Sorry if I butchered her name. I don't think she does comedy, but she does heartwarming TV, is what I know she does. So, bringing in some comedy elements in there, perfect. And funnily enough, to me, personally, I feel like her character would work perfectly if, I don't know how the special ends, but if the character is still alive by the end of all of this, I want Rose to feature in the 3rd series of Doctor Who Redacted, because the character is perfect for that. I can see them getting Rose as a guest on the podcast, because if you don't know what Doctor Who Redacted is, it's a sci-fi drama on the BBC Sounds app, on BBC Sound, that it's about these friends that create a podcast called the Blue Box Files, and they end up going on these wild adventures and meeting the Doctor and all this out there. And they have a fiction podcast, and so they get guests on that are in-world characters, like Ryan Chandler, for instance. Anyway, so I think Rose, if not dead by the end of all of these specials, needs to return, but in Redacted, Big Finish, perfect. But I do think Redacted, as a cameo in an episode, would be perfect. Now, the news reporter, I can't remember his name, but I know that he does a lot of TV comedy-wise, and he's done a lot of things, and he was absolutely perfect. I do think we should have had the American lady that I can't think of her name. Either I do apologise to do it. I think that a name escapes me. I could picture her face, but a name escaped me, and it's driving me round the bend. It's going to just annoy me. But if you remember a name, leave her a comment section down below, and I will be angry with myself later for not knowing that fact. So the whole episode introduced Unit well, as in base level unit. What's the uniform? What style of unit are they? Are they the military unit from the 70s, or are they units that are trying to be like army mixed with like CIA, FBI type people in the first era of Russell T Davies? So it was interesting to see them. Ruth Madeley, if I'm saying that right, because I've got a feeling butchering him. I liked her in the episode, but this is the only but I'm ever going to have in this. It's that really, I didn't really want her to be a unit scientific advisor, because we could have just brought back Richard Osman's wife, Osgood. Obviously, she's not really called Osgood, but I can't think of the actor's name off the top of my head, but I know she's married to Richard Osmond, so I wanted to make another topical reference whilst I was at it. And Osgood would have been fantastic in it. Now, I have always thought that Osgood was dead because Missy zapped her, so I don't really know what's up with Osgood, to be fair. I wanted Ruth to be in it, in the TV version Doctor Who, but I wanted her to be Hebe Harris, because Phoebe features in the Sixth Doctor audio adventures on Big Finish, and I know everyone knows this, but Ruth is a phenomenal actor. Phenomenal. Why? Years and years that scared the living daylights out of me, but was fantastic, that I really want to give a rewatch. She was a hilarious, she's brilliant in anything she does, drama-wise. I've not seen much of her documentary, reality TV stuff. What I mean by reality TV, I do mean like voiceover work. I've not seen any of that stuff yet, so I can't say that she's incredible in that area yet, until I see more of that. But I can say she's fantastic in every drama she's done. So I was a little bit gutted that she wasn't reprising her role, because then we could have had a nice jaunty moment of like, years later, she's now met this reincarnation of the 10th Doctor, of the 14th Doctor, and she works at UNIT, so she can still work at UNIT. She still have this incredibly James Bond-like wheelchair. What I mean is that James Bond has cars that have like rockets, has all these like extra features, and her having a wheelchair equivalent of a James Bond car in the Doctor Who universe, in the Whoniverse, works out really well. I like the Whoniverse logo they put at the very beginning before they did anything else. I thought that was incredible. Because funnily enough, my parents are casual Doctor Who fans. I am a hardcore Doctor Who fan, as you know. They're casual fans. They watch the episodes on TV and not really much else. So they're casual fans. So they hadn't actually seen the Whoniverse intro yet, and they adored it. And so I do think that was the only negative I have with it. I'm not saying that she can't be in it as a scientific advisor. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that because of her in Doctor Who connection with Big Finish, and because a lot of Russell T Davies's way of thinking is, we need a Whoniverse, we need everything to be connected. And I know that in the 50th anniversary, Night of the Doctor, Paul McGann says Charlotte Pollard, who is a Big Finish companion. So I know that they're trying to incorporate as much Big Finish into it as possible, such as extra companion that the Doctor has had during Avengers. So I do think that if Hebe, it's either Hebe or Phoebe, I can't really work out the pronunciation because of the hate. So if Hebe appeared in it, if Ruth appeared in it as Hebe, then that would have been tying up that loose end in the Big Finish world. But at the same time, I do quite like her character. Now, I quite like her character. I'm not saying her character's awful now. I really do like her character. I just think that Hebe would have been a better alternative, if you will. So still have Ruth working, still have Hebe now working in UNIT, having all these, they're basically the exact same traits and skills and level that character that she plays now, but without being a scientific advisor, just being a vital member of a unit as someone across the Doctor, and then we could have had a comical scene of like, what? And then it could have been a whole thing about her not really knowing why, and then she could be elaborated into the story somehow. But that's my only criticism, per se, opinion, better word for it. I do think the rest of the episode was incredible. I've got to touch upon this because I don't want this video to be on forever, but I do want to touch upon this. So So, the Sonic I don't know why I rose my voice there, I do apologize. So, the Sonic screwdriver, because we haven't gone to the grips of why or how that Sonic has appeared or whatever yet, the abilities of it is interesting. So, let me give you an example. So, the closest one I've got to it in terms of weird and a little bit jarring. What I mean by jarring is it's different to. I'm building up to a reveal. That's why you can see the back of me. I'm building up to an interesting reveal, and it's because I don't have a prop of the 14 Tuxes Sonic screwdriver because I missed the exclusive one on the Character Option website, and the retail one is slightly a little bit too expensive at the moment. I'm waiting for it to come down on a deal. So the next best one to show that has a similar sort of, I don't know, size to it, shall we say, is Peter Capaldi's Sonic. Let me just give you a close up just so you know what I'm on about. There you go. Yeah, right. So, imagine this is a 14 Tuxes Sonic, right? From a distance, it works. So what he did, right, was he drawn a box with it. And that's one of them, force sealed boxes, square things in the sky, drawing it like that, didn't weird me out. No. It was like, excuse me, has a Sonic always been able to do that? Has that been a point of a Sonic? Has a Sonic screwdriver this entire time been able to draw things in mid-air? If so, why have we never seen it before? Who knows? I think that's a stroke of genius bringing that in. That's incredible. Well done. The title sequence, the brand new theme, is gorgeous, lovely. The visuals is incredible. My favourite thing I want to mention before I skedaddle, right, has got to be, and it's the bit that made me go wow, because obviously we knew what the Sonic looked like. We knew what the theme tune already sounded like. Philip Hawkins, who I interviewed on the Blue Box House, my podcast, and the third channel, The Weird Side, he's also appeared on the Tom's Comedy Club doing Tom's Normal Jockeys, which is sadly being cancelled. What had happened was he had mentioned, he'd done a recent video about this, about the new TARDIS interior. Another Doctor Who YouTuber called it Hollywood TARDIS. It's a bit Disney, as in pouring a little bit of money into it, right? To make the effects even better than they already are, right? Just like a few tweaks. But the TARDIS being massive is absolutely gorgeous. Like landscapes, and the reason why they've added so many corridors, so much, and Davidson running around just because we can show off how beautiful it is. The only thing that annoyed me was there's a coffee machine. That didn't annoy me, but it was the fact that Donna never drank the coffee. She had ordered this coffee, never drank it, and before the cliffhanger at the end of the episode, she tipped it. So it wasn't an accident, because I know what an accident would look like. But that was like on purpose. She wants to go on an adventure. I know, and who knows, will Wolf appear? Obviously, everyone probably knows the answers to that right now. As you're watching this, you probably commented the answer to that question. Will Wolf appear in an episode in one of these specials? But I haven't seen the behind the scenes or Doctor Unleashed yet, so me right now doesn't know that. But me, once I've finished editing this and uploading it, will know the answer whether or not Wilf will appear, because I will watch the behind the scenes, because I think I've seen an inkling somewhere of someone saying that it is going to get confirmed in one of those. So, overall, if we're going to rate it out of 10, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. And I've accidentally knocked something over behind me. That is great, because I heard it didn't break. Don't worry, I'm dropping things everywhere now. So on that note, as everything around me collapses, it's only like the Sonic dropped on the floor of the sign, a Doctor Who image fell. But other than that. So the episode is 10 out of 10. Incredible. I've already discussed most of the episode. Well, I've discussed all the episodes. And I do think it was worth the wait because the excitement built up, and it delivered 100% on the excitement. I can't wait for the next few special. So, there you have it. That's my review of The Star Beast. It was incredible. It was brilliant. And now it makes me want to listen even more to the Big Finish edition. And will we ever hear the Meep songs on TV? Will it appear in Doctor Who Unleashed? Who knows? Thank you guys for watching. Time to out. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel